Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to our Christmas in July celebration. Hope some. So it's Devin Guy, Mariah Stebbins, and Kevin Pittsinger. They lined them up to qualify them, and so they get to run. Kevin Pittsinger in the CDR Metalworks machine is a rookie here. Devin Guy has been out for about 3 years off and on, more regularly this year, and Mariah Stebbins when she's available. And they're halfway now. Mariah Stebbins and Devin Guy. And Kevin Pittsinger. Boy, remember when you used to have to drive with your mom and dad after you were 14? That's how at least I learned to drive. I didn't even get driver's ed. These guys are 12, 13 years old, and they're out racing around here at faster than interstate speeds for some people my age. And they'll take a white flag and one more circuit for Mariah and Devin, and then Kevin, and then we'll move on to our next round of qualifying. And here's the checker. Mariah Stebbins will take the win in the qualifier with Devin Guy and Kevin Pittsinger. So as soon as we get Tim and Daniel lined up, we should be ready to go. Well, they didn't want to be lined up, so we'll turn the caution light on. Let's try it again. Tim Paquette, Dan Starkweather, Eric Silvernail, Justin Littlewood. Here they come. Now they have a good close start. Paquette hustles it off turn 2. Starkweather, Littlewood running second and third. Silvernail down low in fourth on the outside. Crystallitis is fifth. Top 4 qualify for the front of the feature tonight. Here comes Louis Mayer up to give a little challenge to Pat Houle as they work lap 2. It's still Paquette, Starkweather, Littlewood, Silvernail. Louis Mayer slides down in there, stomps on the brake, tries to get out of there, and still comes up alongside and swings into fourth place. A little loose. Halfway coming up, Paquette, Starkweather, Littlewood, Mayer, Houle, Crystallitis, Silvernail, and Renault. Everybody, whoa, hang on, Louis. Almost drove up underneath the 37. Starkweather and Littlewood, both graduates from the Young Guns last year. 2 to go. Mayer and Houle, veterans. White flag is out for Paquette. Starkweather, Littlewood, Mayer, and Houle. Justin fighting the wheel inside Louis, so he didn't make contact. Checkered flag comes out for Tim Paquette. Dan Starkweather holds on for second, Mayer to third, Littlewood fourth, Houle in fifth, then Crystallitis, Renault, and Silvernail. The win goes to Tim Paquette off the pole. Dan Starkweather holds on for second. Mikey McGoldrick and Alexander Pearl. Alexander pretty dominant in the Young Guns last year, getting his feet wet here in mini stocks this season. As the green comes out, he gets around Mikey and takes the lead. Got a complete one to make it an official lead. Mikey McGoldrick second, Marsh third, Pomasco fourth, then McKnight, Lambert. Whoa, hang on. Matt Kimball tried to move down inside. It did not work. I think he was anticipating the 98 to go a little bit faster than he did. McKnight holds the bottom. Marsh up in the outer lane as they fight for fourth. Kimball trying to find a way around Lambert. He's way up in the marbles. Solomon Bro moves up a notch. It's Pearl, Pomasco, McKnight, McGoldrick, Bro, Marsh, Kimball, and Lambert. Lambert's car starting to go bad. Here's the halfway mark as Lambert limps around the racetrack. He'll try to get it into the infield at least. He does. Alexander Pearl and Eric Pomasco here in the second half of this one. Solomon Bro up to third. McKnight fourth. Marsh fifth. Kimball trailing, trying to pick up some ground. 2 to go. Pearl and Pomasco. Bro, McKnight. Kimball gets underneath Marsh. He'd prefer to run low. Pomasco trying to stay off the bumper with a lap left. Goes down to the low side of 4. Can't make it stick. Here they come for the checkers. Pomasco has one more shot at it. Pearl will take the qualifier. Pomasco, Bro, McKnight, and Kimball will be your top 5 qualifiers. One of our former drivers, Ian McDonald from Bradford, New Hampshire, in the Fuller Machine entry. Car's had a couple of different drivers in it this year. Here they come. 10 laps. Quickly on the outside, Joe Arena. Whoa, hang on. A little loosey-goosey there off of turn 2. Latoile coming in quickly. Arena, Vian, Latoile. Kenaway. Everybody else charging up behind him. The 57 slides high. The 14 of Barrett moves up a notch. Joe Arena has been pretty dominant on this circuit for 2 seasons. His point standing shows how dominant he has been this year, and he's getting around here in good shape. Scott Vian made it to victory lane last week in the Thunderstock division here at Monadnock. 5 to go. Joe Arena, Scott Vian. Moving up to third is Kenaway. Latoll goes back to fourth, and sitting in fifth right now is the 14 for Steve Barrett. Ian McDonald has picked up a notch in the Fuller Machine Chevrolet. Ian, a former Young Gun and a former Superstock driver with us here at Monadnock. Laps ticking away. Looks like the real one to shape it up will be the battle for fourth place between Barrett and Latoil. 2 to go. The in-house barbecue machine out there cooking away. Scott Vian trying to keep him in sight. 1 lap left as the first round of qualifying for tonight's 35-lap main event for the New England Street Stockers. Checkered flag. The win goes to Arena. Doesn't look like he's going to have to do much to tune up for a 35-lap event unless he starts back in the field. Second goes to Vian. Third goes to the 38 of Barrett, then Latoil and the 14. Second place in points right now from East Windsor, Connecticut, in the Cliff Nelson Motorsports Chevrolet. Here they come. 10 laps. Now let's see who's got mastery here as Laughlin goes to the outside. Frank Jr. practiced a little bit with us last week to get a feel for the track. Laughlin slides high, allows Williams into second. The 2 of Boyle doesn't quite got the corners figured out. Latoil, Williams, Jordan Pearson, Ed Laughlin, then Jim Boyle, Jason Kazaka, and the 29 of Trace Beyer, who's pulling it off the track and heading down pit road. He's out of this one. Latoil, Williams, Pearson, LaFlande, and Boyle. Halfway. Now remember, they'll all be on the track at the same time for the 35-lapper. Let's see who gets to start in the back and who starts up front. Ben Williams, for a car that just came out of the shop, looking pretty good. Laughlin at least knows the track well enough to keep everybody behind him. 2 laps left. Boyle and Kazaka maybe have a little more mustard, but Laughlin's holding them up. He wants a qualifying spot. White flag coming up. Frank Latoil Jr., your leader. Ben Williams second. Jordan Pearson running the 3rd spot. 4th is Ed Laughlin. 5th right now is Jim Boyle. And then Kazaka. Checkered flag, and the win goes to Frank Latoil Jr., Ben Williams, Jordan Pearson, Ed Laughlin, and Jim Boyle, your top 5. Mass. The 11 from Orange Mass is Cole Littlewood. The 22X from Montague is Scott Beck Sr. And the 93 is Scott Beck Jr. from Turner's Falls. This is 8 laps of qualifying. Super stocks, it's the only heat they'll run. Lescord out front. Knoll, Stange, Muni, Leary, and Hager as they hustle off turn 4 side by side from 4th place back, fighting for a spot. Top 6 qualify. Whoa, too wide going into 3. Hager has to back out of it. Ran well last week in the feature, but he's been had trouble in heats practice so far this week. Halfway, Lescord, Knoll, Stange, Leary, Ruat, and Monahan, Littlewood, Hager, then Beck Jr. and Beck Sr. Well, here we come. Knoll goes wide. Has enough muscle so he doesn't give up a spot, but this time he's wide off 2. Dennis Stange, with 2 laps left, will slide to the low side and take over 2nd. Knoll 3rd, Leary 4th. 5th is Ruat, and 6th is Littlewood in the qualifying spot. Try 3 wide, won't work. White flag. Bubble cars Littlewood in the 12. Knoll goes high and wide. Leary moves into 3rd. Littlewood goes to the outside. That may open up the inside for Monahan, and it does. It looks like that's a dead heat for the final qualifying spot between 03 and 12. Your winner is Lescord, Stange, and Leary. Then Knoll, Muni, and Barden and Leclerc front row. Johnson, Rollins, Campbell, and Flannery. And here's the green. Jason Barden, the 27, trying to make steady improvement, but the guy who's going to town is Eric Leclerc. Leclerc shot off turn 2, gets the right butt off of the corner, and he's on his way. Leclerc, Johnson, Rollins, Leclerc and Johnson, both good entry into turns 3 and 4. They'll make a battle of it here. Work the halfway lap right now. Leclerc getting off the corner 2 a little bit better. Johnson setting up high to try to look low. Here he comes. Johnson dives down to the inside of turn 3. Leclerc slams the door shut, holds on to the lead. Johnson going inside again in 2. Can't quite make the work, has to lift. Leclerc on the low side of 4 with 2 laps to go. Rollins catching up to our leaders. Leclerc, Johnson, white flag, 1 lap left to see who's going to win this one. Amshaw Lumber entry to the outside. Thinks he has a shot, drives it hard into 3. Leclerc to the bottom, takes the win. Johnson 2nd, Rollins 3rd, Flannery 4th. 5th goes to Barden, 6th to the rookie Campbell. Roby, Byrne, Carzello, and Kimball. Chapin and Ignacio, here they come. Roby gets off quickly, pulls up, and blocks the 6. Byrne has to lift, almost got into the back of the 25. It'll be Roby leading, Byrne second. Carzello and Kimball bump together coming off the corner. Chapin pulls up into the mix. Chapin has to lift a little bit to give some room. He gives Bill a shot. Everybody's picking on the champ tonight. This time Kimball gives a little push to Carzello. Tit for tat. Whoa, there goes another hub. They lost a hub on the right rear in practice, and they lost a hub on the left rear in the event. The entire assembly came up. Here they come. Roby and Kimball take them down the backstretch. Carzello, Chapin, and Ignacio. Now we're halfway. Roby had a little bit of trouble getting off of 4, and that helps Kimball. Kimball dives hard into 3, drives it off of 4, takes over the lead. Brian Roby second. Carzello third, has to work it a little bit in the corner. 2 to go. Bill Kimball. Brian Roby, Keith Carzello, Brian Chapin, and Chris Ignacio. Here's a white flag, 1 to go. Roby a little bit high, opens the door. Everybody going to drive inside. Kimball gets a win. Carzello second. Roby may have picked off third. Chapin fourth. Ignacio fifth. John Byrne is in the car this week. He's from Iron Mountain, South Carolina. Sontag takes him down the backstretch. Here comes Casey. Cameron Sontag, Casey Willett, TJ Blow on the outside. Kim Rivette. Dennis Charette running fifth. Top 4 will qualify. Sontag and Willett, Blow, Charette, and Rivette. Then John Byrne in the 66, replacing Dennis Chamberlain. Halfway now. Cameron Sontag, Casey Willett, TJ Blow, Dennis Charette, and Kim Rivette. Kimmy trying to find some daylight to pick up that last qualifying spot. Right now it's Charette's. Charette doing what he can to take up the racetrack. 2 to go. 2 to go now. Sontag, Willett, Blow, Charette, and Rivette. Charette opens up the inside. White flag, 1 to go. Charette moves TJ Blow out of the way. TJ fighting to hold on to that 4th spot, but Kim Rivette takes it away, and down the backstretch they go. The win goes to Cameron Sontag. Casey Willett second, Charette, Rivette. Then it'll be Blow and Byrne.